Franz Mesmer was a German physician in the 18th century. As a student, he built on the theory of Paracelsus, that the microcosm of the human body reflects the macrocosm of the universe, all tied together by a universal magnetic fluid. Magnets could operate on this fluid in the body, so he called it animal magnetism. His theory was that disease is the result of impeded flow of the invisible fluid through the body, and magnets could manipulate the fluid in the body. There was no germ theory at that time. Doctors thought disease was the imbalance of humors in the body. His ideas evolved. First he used magnets, but then he used magnetized materials touching the patient. Then he found that rapport with the patient was essential for the healing. One day he forgot his magnets and found that his hands passing over the body worked. He started sitting with his patients knee to knee, passing his hands over them. He also tried group therapy because there was a great demand for his cures. He thought he was moving the magnetic fluid in their bodies. Note that he only worked with patients who had nervous diseases, not organic. The idea of energy in the body echoes the Chinese theory of qi and the Hindu theory of prana. At that time, doctors often worked out of their homes. There were two leading medical centers on the continent trying to strengthen medicine. One was the Viennese School of Medicine, and the other was the Paris Royal Academy of Sciences. Mesmer too worked out of his home and was constantly overwhelmed with patients. He badly wanted to be accepted by the two medical establishments and given membership. What the heck happened? The Viennese accused him of fraud. He was driven from Vienna. In Paris, he was investigated and he was driven into exile from Paris. They said, "There is no new fluid discovered here. His medical treatments work due to the imagination of his patients." He moved to Switzerland. He finished a giant manuscript. There were vicious politics to discredit him. He would have doctors visit, posing as trusted researchers when they were really trying to expose him. He was hounded and ridiculed. There were jokes about him everywhere, a feast of public mockery and humiliation. His work, his practice, was banned. Still, patients flocked to him. A few doctors did learn his methods and practiced them and taught courses. They were in Germany, England, and India. Particularly Marquis de Puységur, a French aristocrat, is credited with firming up the practice of inducing a trance state, which we now call hypnosis. He learned mesmerism from his brother, and they use the word mesmerism. He taught and he started an institute training others in the method. The institute flourished until the French Revolution. Mesmerism over the centuries has influenced a lot of people. First, there was the Marquis, among others, Phineas Quimby, who founded the New Thought movement in America. Quimby influenced Mary Baker Eddy, who founded Christian Science. Mesmerism influenced Helena Blavatsky, who founded Theosophy in New York. Sigmund Freud and psychotherapy were influenced by mesmerism. So we see that the idea of animal magnetism and using magnets on the body evolved into passing hands over a believing patient with the idea of high rapport needed. And the high rapport was recognized as a trance state, which was called mesmerism. And that evolved into hypnosis. Hypnosis, over the centuries, has delivered a number of things to us that are amazing. First, there's healing. Hypnotherapy is a recognized therapeutic practice where we try to change behaviors that are caused by unconscious impulses and correct things like smoking and bad habits, also recalling childhood traumas. Hypnosis has brought us past life regression, the awareness of past lives. It's brought us regression to before life and between life states. It's brought us to revealing the experience of contact with aliens. And Dolores Cannon, in hypnotizing people about their alien contact, ended up in dialogue with aliens. Hypnosis is also used in some channeling. So thank you, Franz Mesmer. Thanks for hanging in there through a life of adversity, on hostility, and persevering. We are mesmerized.